Okay, how do you pull back and mirror the actions of your partner when you stay together?
Well, so typically what happens, you live together, and this is like a process that happens slowly. Like we're talking about that other question. It's over many months, several years. What happens is the guy just slowly gives up his hobbies, his interests, his friends, even the way he dresses. Because the longer you're with a woman, they're gonna try to assimilate you. You guys are like, oh, you should dress this way, or oh, let's change the sheets and the comforter in the bedroom, and let's use these pillowcases instead of those, and let's put this plant over here. And I don't like that picture, and I don't like that sofa, and I don't like that recliner,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're just like, all right, whatever. Next thing you know, it's like your house smells like your man cave is now fucking potpourri everywhere, girl stuff everywhere. And I mean that's what happens the longer you're with a woman. She's gonna soften you up. It, it happens to every guy.
That's so funny.
What was the original question again? I completely lost my train of thought.
How do you pull back and mirror the actions of your partner when you stay together?
So what typically happens though is the guys end up feeling like they're losing themselves because there's so many things they change in order to become what she wants, and then they notice that she's not as excited when they go out on a date or they go away together because they're always around each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of like when you think about music, what is it that makes music beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the space in between the notes, because without the space you would just have noise.
Yeah.
And so it's the space and the pauses in between that. And so it's just like scarcity creates value. And so if you're spending too much time around somebody, and it happens with your friends, if you haven't seen your close friends in a while, and all of a sudden you're on a trip together and you're hanging out for 3 or 4 days, the first day you're like really stoked to hang out, you're all
Mm-hmm.
excited, you're catching up. By like the third or fourth day of your trip, you kind of already know, you've checked, you've all caught up. And by then you're ready to go home, ready to go back to your family, or whatever, your friends,
Yeah.
your girl, whatever. And so that is just a natural thing that's going to happen. And men have to understand, there's a chapter in my book where I talk about this, how you guys are like cats.
Mm-hmm.
It's like cats, sometimes they're very affectionate, they want to be around you, they want to sit in your lap, they want to purr, they don't want to leave you alone. And after they kind of had their fill, it's like they get up and they want to go do something else. And so when you notice that your girlfriend or your wife doesn't seem to appreciate you as much, or she's not as excited about what you're doing, then go get busy doing something else. Go hang out with your friends, go see your mom,
Mm-hmm.
go to the gym, get involved in your hobbies, your interests. Because what happens the longer you're in a relationship is all those interesting things that you used to do that attracted your girl to you in the first place. A lot of them, you just stop doing them because you're spending so much time with her. And what most guys do when she's like, "You never spend any time with me," or "We never do this," or "You're always playing with your model trains," or something. "You're always in the garage messing with that car." It's like you don't spend enough time with me and the kids or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so your whole life becomes, oh, I don't want to piss my wife off. I don't want to piss my girlfriend off.
Yeah.
And if you notice that you're being taken for granted as a man, just like go do something else. Go hang out with the boys. Go have a few beers at the watering hole.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the gym. Go rock climbing. Go on a hike. Go out in your friend's boat. Do things other than constantly being in your girl's face. And, because again, scarcity creates value. And anything that's overabundant, all of us, we tend to take for granted. And so if you spend too much time around somebody and you feel like you're getting bored of each other, or there's not as much excitement, go be busy doing other things that are fun.
What if your love language is quality time and you're so used to your relationship, like you guys doing things and hanging out all the time, and then little by little you can tell that the other person's energy is off? Like, how do you stay like how do you not start overthinking and being like, "Oh, are they uninterested now? You know, we would always hang out like all the time and we would have so much fun, and now it's kind of getting like boring, like you say, boring, or just the vibes are off. It's not as, electric as it used to be." Like, how would a person whose love language is quality time try to cope with that instead of going crazy and like, "Oh my god, our relationship is over."
Well, part of that is all of us have to do it, men and women. You got to learn to self regulate. You got to learn to be okay being by yourself and not freaking out if your significant other is got something else going on or doesn't want to hang out with you as much. Because if you get too annoying and you complain too much, then it comes off as being needy. In other words, you can't feel good about yourself unless that person is with you.
Yeah.
And then it feels clingy. Nobody likes that. I mean, you
Mhm.
don't like it when a guy's clingy and he can't make a decision unless you're involved, or he can't go to sleep at night unless he texts you right before he goes to bed or whatever. And if you don't text him back right away, he gets upset, or, that kind of shit. Is it, you want an equal, you want a teammate, as a man, you want to be, when you get some time alone in your man cave or to go hang out with the guys, or your girl's like, oh, I got a baby shower to go to this weekend at my girlfriend's house, and I'm gonna be there all day. And then Saturday is a birthday party for friends' kids or whatever, and you're like, what's she's gonna be hanging out with her girlfriends and a bunch of kids, and you're thinking, I've got the whole weekend now. So
Mhm.
you should be excited about having the opportunity to go do other things.
Yeah.
And vice versa. If you've got something to do, she should be excited about going and spending time with other people, other friendships that she may have kind of let go by the wayside because she's spent so much time with you.
Mhm.
And so, but if quality time is your important thing, that's just part of communicating.
Mhm.
Because women, you guys all tend to speak in over exaggerated hyperbole. And, just perfect example, guy drops $10,000 taking his girlfriend to a bed and breakfast and has everything planned out. She's like, this is the most amazing weekend we've ever had. I love you so much. And you're so awesome. And then the next weekend, he's like working all weekend, and
Mhm.
she's like, what are we gonna do this week? He's like, babe, I gotta work, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta catch up on this project, I got behind because we went away.
Yeah.
And then she goes, we never do anything.
Mhm.
And he's like, I just dropped 10 grand on you last. Like, what are you talking? We just went to bed and breakfast. It's like I had the best. You just said it was the best weekend we ever had, and
Yeah.
you love me so much. And then this week you're like, we never do anything.
That's exactly what I meant. Like a girl or guy or whatever can get so comfortable with like that grand weekend that you had and like start expecting it. And the 1 minute that it's gone, it's kind of like, oh my
Well, that's why you don't
gosh.
do it too much. But
Yeah.
my point with that example is that you guys tend to exaggerate. Like, say something happens between you and you talk it out, and she's like, oh, you're such a great listener. I'm so glad we talked. I love you. You're amazing.
Mhm.
And you're like 9 out of 9 times, that's what you get.
Yeah.
But the 10th time, maybe you're distracted. Maybe something's going on with your kids, your family, or some project at work has got you distracted. And you're not as attentive as you normally are and should be. It's like you don't get any credit for the 9 times you were perfect.
Yeah.
What you end up hearing is, you never listened to me.
Yeah.
Exaggerated hyperbole once again. And then where the
Mhm.
guys make the mistake is they start going, oh, wait a minute, you just had this and this, and I was there for that and that. And he starts
Mhm.
naming all the times he was there for.
Mhm.
And then she gets more pissed off and upset because what she hears is that I did all these things in the past. And so right now, which is what she's really talking about,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything to change that. And so
Right.
all she hears is that you're not important.
Mhm.
When she says, we never do anything after you just went away the week before, it's like you don't take it personally and say, well, she says, you never take me anywhere. It's, which all she's really saying to you is, hey, I want to spend some time with you this weekend.
Yeah.
That's womanese, because again, women, you guys speak in exaggerated hyperbole and
Mhm.
kind of ultimatums. We never go anywhere. You never listen to me.
Right.
It's like you hear those kinds of things, and what guys instinctively want to do is want to argue and use logic and reason. And, I did this, I did that, and that. What are you saying?
Yeah.
Instead of, you know what, let's go do this weekend. How about we go to I'll take you to dinner tomorrow night, or hey, I'll take you to your favorite place
Mhm.
for lunch tomorrow, or whatever it happens to be. Or I'm going to take you away. I'm going to take you out tonight. I want you to wear jeans, t-shirt, and what are you going to do? It's none of your business. Just
Mhm.
dress up, look cute, and we'll go have some fun. It'll be a little physical, what we're going to do. And just take it as feedback. She just says, I want to spend time with you. When she says, we never do anything, don't
Mhm.
argue. Just say, you know what? Let's do this. And then
Right.
just make plans. Because that's all she's trying to say is, I want to spend time with you. But guys want to argue about that. And then they get pissed off because they're thinking, I just dropped 10 grand last week. What the fuck are you saying? I never take you anywhere.
Yeah.
That's rude and it's mean. I don't appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's how a guy instinctively wants
Defense mechanism.
yeah, exactly. And he walks away pissed off, and then she walks away upset because she's like, he doesn't care.
Mhm.
All she really want to do is spend time with him, but the way she says it,
Yeah.
because that's, again, that's just how you guys are. You speak in exaggerated
Mhm.
hyperbole. And so men that don't understand that take it personally. They get butthurt and they argue. And then the two of you don't spend any quality time together, and she stays pissed off. He feels like she's ungrateful because of what he just did the week before, dropping
Mhm.
10 grand on her. And all you really had to do is say, you know what, let's do this. I'll take you out tomorrow night.
What
I
about
can't tonight, but tomorrow I'm going to do something special with you.
what about like I have voiced that before in relationships where I'm like, maybe I'm acting like this because of this, maybe I'm acting like this because I want a little more of your attention, or like I just want you to prioritize me, like I'm explaining to you why I'm acting the way I'm acting. I'm kind of making it easier
Yeah,
for
when you
you.
say maybe I'm doing it because it's like you
It's
guys
like a
also
hint.
speak. Yeah, it's like a puzzle
Yeah.
that you guys kind of speak or talk around in circles or
Yeah.
um you know
And it
it's
makes
like
it worse. Like the guy will start being like, "Oh, well, I'm not a mind reader. I can't predict like how you're going to feel, or that I should automatically know that this is what you want me to do." And it just starts into like it gets into like a clash
yeah, because we
argument.
speak. You could say that in a room full of women, they know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But you say that to your guy that you're dating, and it's like that's not going to make any sense.
Right.
It would be helpful, but a lot of people get mad, like, oh, you gotta hold women accountable, coach. It's like, hey man, this is biology. This is the way women are, and
Mhm.
the majority of the you're the dude here watching my videos because you're trying to get better with women. It's the girls are not watching it to get better for the most part. Maybe 5-10% of the audience
Mhm.
is women, and so that's why the stuff that I teach is geared towards guys because I hear a lot of guys complaining like, you always blame the guy, coach. It's like, well, the dudes are writing in asking me to critique what they did
Yeah.
so they can get better or to explain things on how to deal with the woman. But the reality is she's not here getting coached.
Mhm.
It's you're the guy that's in her life. You're the guy that's dating her, and so therefore, if you're here because you're trying to get better, it's you're the one that's gonna fix that situation, not her, because she's not even here.
Right.
She's not participating in this part of it. So it's like I can't help somebody that's not watching, not paying
Mhm.
attention, not trying to get better with this stuff. I'm just explaining it from a woman's perspective in a way that a guy could understand so he can go back to his girl. And when she says, you never take me anywhere in exaggerated hyperbole, he
Mhm.
doesn't get mad or butthurt. He just goes, oh, she just wants to spend time with me this week. And that's
Yeah.
all. And just makes a date happen. And
Mhm.
then she's super excited. And you have a great time. And
Mhm.
she tells you what a great boyfriend you are or how you're the best lover ever or whatever it happens to be later that night when you each have your happy finishes after your date or whatever he does.
So simple.
Yep.
It sounds so simple and people complicate it so much.
Well, it's like men don't understand what women are trying to say, and vice versa. You don't really women tend to not really understand how us guys operate.
Mhm.
It's like we each want the other sex to behave the way we want, but it's
Mhm.
if we did, then it'd be like, for guys to be dating another dude, or for girls to be like dating another chick. It's like it's the differences, it's the polarity that attracts us to one another.
Yeah.
And so, therefore, the differences in how we communicate, even though it's frustrating, it also is beautiful when you understand it.
Mhm.
And it's cute. It's cute when a girl exaggerates in hyperbole. It's like when you understand what she's trying to say
Yeah.
instead of getting butthurt and mad and upset about it.
It's like,
Because when you
oh,
get mad and upset, you're just showing you're not calm, and masculinity
right.
is calm.
Yeah, it's like you're validating whatever it is that I'm mad about instead of just kind of just being civil, like, hey, she just misses me right now. She just wants my attention, my affection. She's craving something. What is it, Or she's feeling insecure, like if you guys are arguing about something different, maybe she's insecure. How do I make her feel more security and comfort with
Some
this?
women that I've dated will say, I need your attention. I want your attention. And they'll
Hmm.
come right out and tell you that. But most are not going to say those things. And so the
Yeah.
guy has to, if, what my book teaches, it teaches him how to understand, how to decipher that language, how to decipher what she's really asking for, what she really needs. Because you guys are just full of contradictions. You say you want one thing, you say you like a certain type of dude that does a certain type of things, but yet when we look at who you actually date and who you actually have relationships with, it's the stuff you say you want is not what you actually emotionally respond to.
Mhm.
That's why when guys are having trouble with girls that are blowing them off or ghosting them or being difficult to nail down to a date, it's deciphering what that really means. How to get her to either shit or get off the pot. How to either actually have a date or recognize that she's just not interested and let her be.